No. No! This is your office. We're back at the Athenaeum.
It appears that we are.
We have to go back.
No, not with Guile there.
Hogwin, I've spent a third of my life looking for Sonoran, and we finally found him. We were so close to figuring out how to restore Bardic magic to Iethys.
Neither of us can do anything against the god, Ari. We have no idea what Guile intends to do with Sonoran, nor why Mortaine was keeping him there in the first place. For all we know, Guile has already taken him from that tavern.
Didn't you see the state he was in? He had no idea who he was, and he seemed so diminished. He needs our help.
We can't help him, Ari. Not now.
We have to try.
Let's let some time pass. The only reason we even remember that interaction is because Guile teleported us away before we passed through Mortaine's wards. Maybe we can try to figure out how to get past those memory-erasing defenses and check if he's still there in a day or two. If he isn't, then it's out of our hands. This is bigger than us, Ari.
There's no dream too big to chase. That's what you taught me. This isn't about keeping a promise to my grandmother anymore. It's about bringing back the magic of music and art. It's about saving a dying god.
And we will try our best. But right now, the god of trickery stands in our way, and there's no telling what he might do if we antagonize him.
He recognized you. Why did he recognize you?
I told you. I've been to the Manglewood twice. I probably met Sonoran both times and forgot because of the enchantment.
No, not Sonoran. Guile. He said something about not being the first god to find him.
I don't know what he meant by that. But I'm sure the gods keep track of all powerful archmages like myself while they observe the world from Celestia.
I guess so. Wait. What's that hanging out of your pocket?
This? It's a handkerchief. I used it to wipe Sonoran's blood off my knife when I drew some for the ritual.
Can I hold on to that?
What do you intend to use it for?
It's the blood of a god. Even if it doesn't help us save him, maybe we can glean some useful information from it. How many scholars have had the opportunity to study the alchemical makeup of a god's blood?
I suppose. You can hold on to it, but we study it together, all right?
Deal.
Now, let's put our heads together and see if we can't figure out how to get past those wards.
Okay. Hogwin?
Yes?
There's a dagger on your desk.
Did it have to be right now?
What?
I'm sorry, Ari. I have to go do something.
Do what?
I'll be back soon, so we can figure out our next steps. Don't go anywhere. In fact, go back to your parents' place and hide out there for a while.
What? Why?
Please, just trust me. We've involved ourselves in some dangerous business.
Where are you going? What is that dagger, Hogwin?
I'm sorry.
Hey folks, I just wanted to give a quick content warning up front. This episode deals with some heavy themes such as suicidal ideation, graphic violence, and death. So if you're not in a place to handle those things right now, please take care of yourself first. The show will be here if and when you're ready. I love y'all, and I hope you enjoyed the Season 1 finale of The Bardic Hearth. Previously on The Bardic Hearth.
I keep singing this song thinking it will make me feel closer to you, but it just ends up making you feel even more distant.
You're that bard from the throne room. The fuck are you doing down here with the prisoners?
It's a long story, much of which I'm still piecing together myself.
Oh, there it is, the God Killer. The blade you've been trying so desperately to blame me for stealing.
Hogwin, there's a dagger on your desk.
I'm sorry, Ari. I have to go do something.
Where are you going? What is that dagger, Hogwin?
Guile,
I'm ready when you are.
tell me. Who am I?
You are Sonoran, the god of music.
Thank you.
I'll be here till the weekend, so if you start to miss me, just come back any night this week. Excuse me. Sorry. Coming through.
Great performance tonight.
Thank you. You're so kind.
Give us an encore!
Oh, another one? Well, maybe after I've got a bit more alcohol in me. How's that? Pardon? Excuse me. Hey! Hands off the guitar, buddy. Bartender! Another drink.
I'm officially putting a limit on how many free drinks performers are entitled to.
What kind of bullshit is that? I've only had 8.
How are you not drunk off your ass right now?
High elf constitution. You think these pointy ears are just for show? That being said, I might be starting to get just a little tipsy.
Well, if you want to get more than a little tipsy, you're gonna have to start paying like everyone else.
Fine, you greedy old miser. Let me take a look-see. How about a hibiscus mead? Sounds nice.
Make that 2, on me.
You got it, Wren.
Listen, I appreciate the effort, but I can pay my own way.
I'm sure you can. I'm just paying for 2 drinks, taking one with me over there and leaving the other on the counter. It was a great performance.
2 hibiscus meads.
Thanks, Dachshund.
Of course.
Who was that?
Who, Wren? I'm not actually sure. Some kind of well-to-do patron of the arts. Plays sometimes too. He's real good.
He's here often?
Drops in every month or 2, maybe. But when he does, they're hitting a bar that leaves this place without more gold what their pockets can carry. I'd accept his generosity if I was you.
Dachshund, over here!
Coming!
A patron of the arts, Mind if I sit?
Please. You took the meat.
And you took the hint. That's more than I can say for the other men who've tried to hit on me tonight.
Hit on you?
Oh, don't pretend that's not what you were doing.
It isn't.
Right. How often do you come here to throw your money at starving musicians, Mr. Patron of the Arts? Do you like a lover who can sing for you?
I was just trying to show my appreciation for the performance.
I'm not saying you've scared me off. I'm just saying I see right through you.
Right.
What's your name? I mean, I've already been told your name, but I want to hear it from you.
It's Ren.
Lyana. The cranky bartender says you play, Ren.
I do.
Are you formally trained?
If you're asking if I had a teacher, the answer is no.
What kind of an answer is that?
The most honest one I can give.
All right. What instrument do you play?
All of them.
Like hell you do. Nickel harper?
Yep.
Bouzouki?
Mm-hmm.
Hurdy-gurdy?
One of my favorites.
Guitar?
Really?
Katzenbugle?
That's not a thing.
I was testing you. You passed.
Oh, good. What do I win?
At least 3 more minutes of my company.
Well, that's 3 more than I asked for.
And 3 more than you deserve.
I'm starting to think buying you another drink was a bad idea.
Nonsense. I sing better when I'm drunk. Buy me a few more and you'll see.
I don't think I'll need to. So what about you? Where did you study?
I am a student of the road, my friend. I travel from place to place and pick up things as I go.
I think we both know that's not true.
I'm sorry?
You mostly perform folk tunes, sure, but your technique is too proper to be self-taught. And you had, 4 instruments in your arcane accompaniment? Sure as hell didn't pick up that kind of bardic magic from a small-town musician. What school did you go to?
Vanastyr.
Vanastyr? The one that disavows any music that isn't 1,000 years old and elven? What would your teachers think if they saw you singing drinking songs in a tavern that reeks of ale and vomit?
Oh, the lecture I would receive about how un-elven of me it was. Good riddance.
So, a stray bard from the city of Relis. What brings you so far from home, huh? Running from an old life?
I prefer to think of it as running towards a new one.
And have you reached it yet?
I'll have you know that I have. Do you want to know a secret?
I think you're going to tell me regardless.
I used to be an heiress.
Is that so?
Of a very important noble house in Relis. They disowned me after I ran away, but they'd been waiting to do so for decades. I had a habit of acting particularly unladylike.
No, that hasn't been my experience at all.
I know! But if you ask my mother and father, ladies don't play with peasants or sing drinking songs or get into fistfights with the food vendor down the street because she spat in the soup.
Well, that last one seems a little much.
I paid good money for that soup, Wren. No one fucks with my soup.
You ever miss home?
Honestly, not even a little. I left more than 20 years ago and I haven't looked back for a second.
How did you manage to leave?
It was quite complicated, actually. You see, I picked a direction, and I ran. I ran as far as my feet could take me, because I knew that freedom lay just beyond the horizon. No more white marble halls, no more forced lessons or being disciplined for just wanting to be a normal girl. No more living the life that was determined for me at birth. We get so wrapped up in our own heads that we forget changing our circumstances is sometimes as simple as picking a direction and running.
I see.
So, what is it?
What is what?
The thing you're trying to run from.
I'm not trying to run from anything.
Liar. Look me in the eyes and say it again.
Sometimes it's not as simple as running, Lyanna.
It could be.
We are the Bardic Troupe, String and Sentry. Thank you so much, We dedicate this next song to Sonorin and pray that he will continue to inspire us as he always has. Anyway, here's Prismatic Wall.
I think I'm the only performer tonight that hasn't acknowledged Sonorin in some way.
What, you don't pray?
I think we bards pay the god of music a little too much mind.
Is that so?
I mean, sure, he gives us magic in exchange for the act of creation, but our music doesn't come from him, nor does any one of us write songs for his benefit. We make music for ourselves and for each other. It's our lips that sing, our eyes that see the world in words, and our hands that put it to paper. Why give him all the credit? Cue the part where you vehemently disagree.
No, actually. I happen to think the same thing.
Well, that's a first. Usually when I say that to another bard, they act as if I've just insulted their mother.
You know what I think?
What do you think?
I think that if the god of music could live the life of someone like you, he would do so in an instant.
I don't think so. I have a good life, but not godly good. He's probably listening in on this conversation and laughing his ass off while naked muses serenade him with a harp and feed him grapes.
Naked?
Have you heard any stories about the gods? They're all horny. All the time.
That's not what... Nudity aside, does that sound like a fulfilling life to you? To sit in a hall surrounded by celestial beings who never change and watch on while everyone else actually experiences life?
Well, it doesn't matter what I think. I'm not a god. They're different from us, divine forces, personifications of powerful things. They don't change.
What makes you so sure?
Because that's the way they have to be. The world is so unpredictable, so ever-changing, there needs to be some kind of constant or else everything would just fall apart. The gods are that constant.
And if the gods are just as clueless as everyone else?
Then we're fucked.
Think about it this way. During the Ascension War, why was it only mortals who were given a shot at apotheosis? Why didn't a couple of important celestials just rise up and take the place of the two gods who had died? They're reflections of their god's will, and they've seen the job get done up close. Why couldn't the angels ascend?
Because the universe has a penchant for chaos?
Because the only difference between gods and mortals is that gods have power and live forever. That's how it needs to be. To preside over mortal kind, a god has to understand them, to be one of them, in some sense. I think that if you stripped away all of Sonorin's magic, there would be no difference between you and him.
That's some pretty serious sacrilege there. Aren't you concerned about being smited or something?
Not particularly.
You're an interesting man, Wren. The bartender said you play here sometimes. Are you performing tonight?
I intended just to observe this time. I left my guitar at home.
Lucky for you, I have a guitar right here. I'll play, you sing. What songs do you know?
Would you believe me if I said all of them?
Every song
Yep.
ever written.
By heart.
Wow, how impressive. So you must know Fox and the Wintergold.
I do.
No, you don't. That's a song I wrote on the road yesterday. In my head.
I know.
You know a song that I wrote yesterday and have never sung out loud.
You didn't need to. I heard it anyway.
All right, Mr. All-Knowing Bard. Why don't we go up there and sing Fox and the Wintergold together then?
Lead the way.
You're serious?
Very.
All right then. Let's go give these people a show, I suppose. Did you all miss me? Well, you're in for a treat, because my new friend Ren here is about to perform a song he's never heard before. Why don't you introduce the song for us, Ren, since you seem so familiar with it?
This is a song Lyana wrote after she was riding through the woods and noticed a fox playing in the snow. The sunset through the trees cast a golden light on the forest floor, and as she stopped to watch the fox, she couldn't help but see him as a kindred spirit, free and joyful.
How did you know that?
Play the song.
Once there was a girl who was told it's folly to desire to be a fox in the winter gold and feed her youthful fire. Wealth and fame the narrow eye sees, but wide are the eyes of a child. That child, she knew the life for me was always free and wild.
Son of a bitch.
Featherlight, I move at the whims of wind and ocean tide. I perch with jays on strong oaken limbs and sing my wild bride. Precious fire burn in me now, make ash all that fate has designed. The where, the why, the when, and the how are only mine to decide.
So?
I'm still not praying to you.
Please, never do.
You're late. Again.
I know. I'm sorry. I had some very important arrangements to tend to on Iathus today.
I'm sure. Very important.
What? It really was important.
Did these arrangements happen to involve a red-haired elf who was singing at the Sun Festival this evening?
How did you know?
A god walking among mortals is as easy to spot as a dog in an anthill. You forget that we can see what you're up to unless you intentionally shield your presence from us.
Oh, right. I do forget sometimes, because apparently I'm the only deity in Celestia that doesn't spy on his fellow gods.
I wasn't spying. You've been unusually late for our chats a number of times recently. I've just been checking up on you. Have you been spending all of your time on Iathus with that mortal woman?
Maybe I have.
I swear, Sonoran, sometimes you catch me completely off guard. I've hardly ever known you to have dalliances with mortals like the others do.
Right. A dalliance.
So, are we going to play or are you just going to stand there?
All right. What color am I?
You know what color you are.
Why don't I ever get to be the black pieces?
Because black is my color.
One of these days, I'm going through your wardrobe and making everything pastel.
Only if you want me to set fire to your instrument collection.
I'll be the white pieces.
Yes, you will.
Why don't you just invite one of the others to play when I'm not here?
You know why.
Eternity is a long time to only have one friend, Mortaine. You should at least put in the effort to make nice with the others.
I have more than one friend.
Judge doesn't count. He stopped being our friend as soon as he became our boss. He's a good man, but you don't see him getting drinks with anyone anymore.
He takes his position seriously. As do I.
You know who's actually a lot of fun to play chess with? Guile.
Ugh, no.
I think you two would get along better than you think. He's changed quite a bit since before the Ascension War.
The others are put off by me, Sonoran. The only time they ever act friendly towards me is when they try to convince me to give them a glimpse at the future or let their pet mortal cheat death. Any friendship formed would be sullied by their constant desire to take advantage of my domain. The only reason you and I remain friends is that you have never done so.
You know I never would.
Yes, I do. And that is enough for me. I'm at peace with the way things are. I don't want them to change.
All right, point made. I'll try to make sure my appointments don't interfere with our weekly chats anymore.
You don't need to do that. I'm not so lonely that I can't handle a week without our chats. Have your fun.
This is my fun. You're my closest friend, Mortaine. It's not like it's a chore to play chess with you. I've just been a bit distracted lately.
And I'm telling you not to stop being distracted on my account. I like seeing you happy. And this mortal woman makes you smile in a way I haven't seen for a long time.
Thanks, Mortaine. What do you think you'd be if you were mortal?
What do you mean?
Like if you suddenly weren't a god anymore, and you were, say, a human, short lifespan. What would you want your life to look like?
I've never really thought about it.
Never.
I don't see the use in pondering something that can never happen.
Who says it can never happen?
If we give up our godhood, we die in the process. Even if we did become mortal, it would only last the fraction of a second it takes for our souls to be torn to shreds.
Or so we think. If there's anything the Ascension War taught us, it's that we don't know as much about ourselves as we once thought. Hells, everyone ignores the question of how we even got here. They're all too prideful to admit that there must have been some power greater than us that brought us into being. The mortals think we created the universe when in truth we were only created with it. We didn't even know we could be killed until Exil forged the God Killer. Suddenly death wasn't just a matter of spending too much time away from home or giving our godhood away. It was a threat outside of our control. How do we know for certain that there isn't a way for us to become mortal too?
The question remains, why would you want to become mortal?
It's just a thought experiment.
I don't think I can give you a satisfying answer to your question. What about you? What would you want to be if you were mortal?
I think I'd open a tavern.
You've spent nearly 4,000 years as a god, and you want to be a tavern keeper.
Tavern keepers get all the best stories. And bards are always passing through, keeping the common room alive with fresh music. I'd have a garden out front where I could grow my own ingredients, make my own mead, get to know the regulars. I think I'd be happy with that life, no matter how short it was.
It does sound very you.
I'll take that as a compliment.
I think I do know what I would be if I were mortal.
Oh? And what's that?
Your most loyal customer.
You better be. Can I turn around now?
What? Are you trying to get a peek?
You act like it's something I haven't seen 100 times already.
I'm talking about the outfit.
Oh. Right.
And you still won't admit you were hitting on me the night we met.
Are you still on about that after 2 years?
It's the anniversary of our meeting, Wren. It's only proper that we have a few callbacks.
Does that mean you're gonna get as drunk as you did that night? High elf constitution my ass.
I might. You know, this is the only place in the entire city that makes hibiscus mead. I was beginning to think we would be forced to break from our tradition.
I'm not sure having done something twice qualifies it as a tradition.
It's tradition. Where's your sense of romance?
Are you accusing me of being unromantic?
Only because it makes you try so hard to prove me wrong.
Well, I'll prove you wrong, all right.
All right. You can look. So, do you like it? Oh, don't tear up. You're going to make me tear up, and I've actually put on makeup for once.
You look stunning.
So do you. Did Mortaine help you pick an outfit?
A little. She has a terrible eye for color, but a surprisingly keen fashion sense.
You need to tell her to come visit with you again sometime. I like her.
She'd be happy to hear that. You know, when she met you, it was the first time I've ever seen her want someone to like her.
How strange my life has become that the goddess of death is concerned about my opinion of her.
She sees how much you mean to me. With how often I talk about you, I'm sure she figured you'd be sticking around a while, wanting to make sure you could get along.
You talk about me up there, do you?
With you in my life, I find there's little else worth talking about.
There's that romance. Keep it coming tonight and you might get lucky. How long do we have together?
The full 24 hours. Then it's back to Celestia for 10 days, or else Judge will keep me from coming to Iathis again for a year, at the least.
An entire year. That seems like an awfully harsh punishment. And why the 10 days again?
The longer a god is away from Celestia, the more we diminish in power, and so does the mortal world's connection to our magic. If I were away for more than a couple years, the bards would slowly begin to lose their abilities. For whatever reason, our power only returns to us at 1/10 of the rate that it leaves us. Judge's philosophy is that our purpose is to act as the link between magic and the mortal world, and he isn't willing to let even a modicum of our magic fade from it, hence the excessively strict one-day curfew.
And so I only get to have you for 1 day in 11.
You deserve better.
That's where you're wrong, Wren. I have never deserved you.
Lyana, there isn't a soul in the realm of gods or mortals that is worthy of being loved by you. My hands helped to shape the world, but you are the only thing of note they have ever touched.
It's not fair being in a relationship with the god of poetry.
This is what you get for calling me unromantic.
Oh, you're so unromantic. Tragically so. Please try harder.
The night is still young.
We should probably get a move on before we get distracted, huh?
I was kind of leading up to something here.
Oh, pardon my interruption then. Do continue.
Lyana, a single day spent with you gives meaning to every day that came before. Since the beginning of time, I had wondered why I was truly here, until 2 years ago, my answer came to me in a run-down tavern with a guitar in her hands. It was a beautiful answer. A woman who could open the heart of a god who had seen everything, but felt nothing. A woman who lived life in defiance of her fate and embraced all the kindness, all the hope, and all the joy the world had to offer. You are more precious than gold and more resilient than diamond. I would level mountains for standing in your way, but I'm afraid you would level them first. My heart beats to the rhythm of the song on your lips. You are my music and my light, and you have given me more than I have ever dreamed of having. But I have one more thing to ask of you. Lyana, will you be my champion?
Gods! I thought you were about to fucking propose! Yes! Ren, I will be your champion. Honestly, I thought that was coming a long time ago. It's about time you got around to it.
Wait, what was that reaction? Why does me proposing sound so insane?
Ren, you're a god. And I'm mortal. It just doesn't happen. I love you like I have never loved anyone before, but I gave up hope that I would one day be your wife long ago. I thought being your champion would at least be a decent alternative. I'm content with this. I'll take however much of you I can get.
Well, that makes this next part a little bit awkward.
Why are you getting down on one knee?
Lyana, I want you to marry me. Please say something.
Yes, my love. 1,000,000 times yes!
I was terrified that you would say no.
Why would you ever think I would say no?
Because you deserve a husband that you can spend more than 1 in 11 days with. One that you don't need to keep secrets about and that you don't feel has some great power over you.
The only power you have over me is that you hold my heart in your hands. I couldn't care less about the rest. If I live a full life, then I still have 6 centuries left. Even if it's only 1 day in 11, that's a lot of days I get to spend with you. I wouldn't give those days up for an eternity of your absence.
And what if I want to spend more than 1 in 11 days with you?
You can't, remember? Both Judge's laws and the laws of your existence forbid it. Even if the divine code permitted you a longer stay, you would risk your magic disappearing from the world.
And what if there was a way for me to elect another god of music without dying? A way for me to become mortal?
I thought you said that wasn't possible.
I said I didn't know of a way. But there has to be one.
You've been trying to find one for centuries.
Only from within the confines of Celestia. But wouldn't it make sense that the secret to mortality lies in the realm of mortals? If I were to stay here, to hide us from the other gods long enough for me to find a solution, I could evade Judge's wrath. We could actually be husband and wife.
But if you're away from Celestia too long, you'll die.
Only after 111 years.
Even still, Bardic magic would become obsolete. We cannot make the rest of the world pay the price for our own desires.
That takes a while to become noticeable too. We would have years before we'd need to worry about either of those things. That'll have to be enough time.
Ren, I only want you to become mortal because I know it's what you want. I don't care what form you take, so long as you're you. Though, I have to admit, the thought that you would continue to live on long after I'm gone brings me some comfort.
I wouldn't want to continue living in a world without you.
Don't say that.
Why not? It's the truth.
Stop that! I'm mortal, Ren, and mortals are fragile. I can't be sure I'll live to see tomorrow, let alone next century. When I die, I can't go knowing that you would follow soon after simply because I was gone. Promise me.
Promise you?
Promise me that if I die before you, whether you're mortal or god, you will live on. For me.
Lyana.
Promise me.
All right. I promise.
Good. And don't you ever say something so scary again.
Okay. But I want to try this, Lyana. Not just for us, but for me. Being a god isn't all it's made out to be. I just want to live a normal life with the woman I love. To start a family, maybe even build that tavern we daydream about.
What, the Bardic Hearth? You think we could actually open it?
Why not? As soon as I slough off the chains of godhood, we can do whatever we want.
All right. I'm with you. How do we do this?
I need some time to plan. We'll need to pick out a hiding place to settle down for a while, and I'll set up some wards to hide us from the other gods while my magic is still strong. We can still travel, but we'll both need to be in disguise. There's no telling if a god other than Mortaine knows about you.
Wait, Mortaine. What about her? You're her only friend, Ren. You can't just leave her alone up there.
She'll understand, and it won't be goodbye forever. As soon as I'm mortal, we won't need to hide anymore, and she'll be able to visit us whenever she wants. But we can worry about all of this later. Tonight, let's just focus on us. It is our anniversary, after all.
That sounds lovely. We have a lot to celebrate tonight.
Shall we go downstairs for our tradition?
Oh, tradition can wait an hour or two. Right now, I have other plans for you.
Mortaine.
I'm aware. He left me a note.
A note?
It seems he has been planning this for a while.
I cannot believe that Sonoran of all people would break the divine code. Did he give you any reason why?
Here's the letter. You can read it for yourself.
I am sorry to leave so suddenly and without warning. This is not a final goodbye, but I cannot say for how long I will remain in hiding. I'm sure you will think me selfish, and the others will think me mad. But godhood has worn on me, Mortaine. I will find a way to become mortal. And when I do, I hope you will continue to be my greatest friend. Until that time, Sonoran. What is this, becoming mortal?
I have noticed him growing jaded to divinity these last few centuries, often fantasizing about a mortal life, but I never thought he would go so far as this.
Why do you speak so calmly? This could be catastrophic, Mortaine. If what you say is true, he will refuse to accept failure as an option. He will continue to seek mortality until all of his magic is gone from Iathis. Perhaps until his dying day.
I am not concerned.
Why not?
Sonoran is passionate and impulsive, constantly dreaming of new possibilities. But he always comes back around to reality with time, and he has never once abandoned his duty. He will not let this go on long enough to damage anyone but himself. Soon enough he will recognize his folly, return to Celestia, and accept the consequences of breaking your law. Have faith in him.
If he has been pondering this for centuries, what brought him to act now?
Love.
Love.
He has fallen in love with a mortal woman. I have met her, and having done so I can see why he would go to such lengths for her. She is exceptional, by mortal standards. He often lamented that his time with her was always cut short because of your dictates. I imagine he believes that a mortal life with her would be preferable to the way things have been.
Foolish man.
Sonoran is no fool. That is why I am not concerned. You will see.
Even still, the sooner we find him, the sooner we can speak some sense into him. We need him back in Celestia as soon as possible. He has shielded his presence for now, but as his power diminishes, so will his protections. I need you and all of the other gods to keep an eye out for him and this lover of his, and report back to me immediately if you find anything. If you discover him, do not act until I say so. Am I understood?
Yes, Judge.
Good. I will call for a council of the gods, and you will tell us everything you know about this mortal woman. She may prove to be the key to finding him.
Very well.
Darling, what are you doing?
Sorry, I didn't mean to wake you.
You give off an unusual amount of body heat. It's hard not to wake up when the bed starts to feel like a frozen tundra.
Celestial blood. It runs hot.
Come back to bed, my love.
You know I don't need to sleep, right?
It's nice to pretend you do. And you might as well start practicing mortal habits now.
I'll do that when we have time.
You're working on the mortality problem, aren't you?
I am.
Ren, we've been married for 3 days. Can't we enjoy it for a little longer before we start rushing to figure this out?
I don't know how much time we have, Lyana. The sooner we get this done, the sooner we can relax without the threat of the gods hanging over our heads.
I finally have you. Really have you. After years of thinking I never would. Let me revel in it.
You have me. But I want to make sure you always have me. My restless mind won't slow down until I make up at least a little bit of the leeway on this.
All right. But can I help? Can this be something we work on together, as husband and wife?
Of course.
Tell me what you're thinking.
All right, there are 3 primary types of magic, one from each of the mirror planes. Celestial magic from Iethys, Fey magic from the Feywild, and Shadow magic from the Shadowfell. Each are similar to each other and can accomplish similar things, but they have different peculiarities and unique systems that make them work. The components, the language, the shapes, diagrams, and sigils used to cast them are all different. It's a complex system of mathematics, linguistics, and geometry. For us gods, casting spells and manipulating the arcane comes naturally, as easy as breathing, so we've never really had to understand these things. We don't need to know how the various parts of the machine work in order to operate it. Mortals, though, unless they're granted power by one of us, it's like they have to build the machine themselves.
Are you saying that you, a god, want to learn magic? Like a wizard?
Essentially. Underneath the umbrella of celestial magic is a specific subcategory called divine magic. Divine magic can't be learned, it must be granted. Even though we gods are technically the source of all magic, divine magic is tied much more closely to us, a direct connection to the source of our power.
This is the power granted to someone like a cleric or a paladin.
Exactly. Because it can't be learned, divine magic has been critically understudied throughout history. But recently, a mortal scholar named Lethbridge discovered that there's a shape and mathematical form to divine magic as well. They're mapping uncharted territory, a landscape unknown even to the gods. If I can learn how divine magic works on a fundamental level, maybe I could reverse engineer it. I could unravel divine power instead of tapping into it.
That sounds dangerous, Ren. What if it unravels your soul with it? What if the result is the same as if you'd just given your godhood to some mortal and you die in the process?
This was never going to be a safe bet, but I think I can get around that. I am not Sonoran. I am a soul that was made for the power called Sonoran to attach itself to. A vessel of sorts. We learned this when Amber and Exil died, and the powers that had taken residence in them sought a new vessel in the mortal world. Sonoran is like a hand clutching my soul and waiting to crush it should I try to escape. But I think if I can just understand enough about divine magic, I'll discover a way to pry its fingers from me one by one.
You say that you're a soul that was created as a vessel for this power, but I thought it was you gods who created everything. That you were the first step in the process of existence.
That's what you mortals believe, but I believe otherwise. We were the first beings that we know of, yes, but we came into existence with an instinctual blueprint for the way things should operate. If we were the painters, who made the canvas? My theory has always been that there was some greater force that created us, made sure we knew how to do our jobs, then let us be. But if this force exists, it's never shown itself to us, or left any evidence of its existence.
It's still odd to hear a god say things that would be considered blasphemy if it came from the mouth of a mortal.
The Pantheon is an inherently flawed system that puts untold power in the hands of fallible people. If I knew of a way to get rid of it entirely, I would. And if there does exist a being above us, it has none of my sympathy either. Should have designed something better. Anyway, that's my plan for now. Study divine magic, then try to reverse it.
Okay. Show me the basics.
The first thing to learn would be the celestial alphabet.
Ah, Mortaine, I was hoping I could speak with you for a moment.
Keep hoping.
Oh, come now, no need to be so callous. What if it's important god stuff?
Nothing that comes from your lips is ever important.
Thinking about my lips, are you?
Goodbye, Guile.
Ugh. I just wanted to know if you've had any luck finding Sonoran. I have a new level of respect for him now. I never would have thought him capable of hiding so well, especially from me.
I have not, but if I ever do find him, trust that you will be the last to know.
Now why is that? What do you think I would do?
What you always do. Something cruel.
You wound me, Mortaine. I am not cruel, I am devious. And Sonoran's the last person I would ever be cruel to. I have a soft spot for him, you know.
I find it hard to believe you have a soft spot for anything.
Really? I do. The great bard is the only one who's ever taken my tricks in good fun. The others only laugh when a joke is at the expense of another god that they don't like. Sonorin laughed even when it was at his own. These years without him have been a real bummer.
His patience with you is a marvel. Unfortunately for you, I have none.
You know, you and I have more in common than you like to admit. 2 celestial black sheep. None of the other gods like us, only a few mortals worship us, and rarely in public. Death and lies. We're the gods without fanfare, patron and patroness of thieves and killers. If you and I can't confide in each other, then we're all alone in the worlds of gods and mortals, especially with Sonorin gone.
The others avoid me because I unsettle them. They avoid you because you're about as trustworthy as a fox in a hen house. It is your domain, god of trickery. I do not begrudge you your nature, but do not expect me to tolerate your games, especially when they concern Sonorin.
Things are not going to go the way you hope when he is found, Mortaine.
Is that a threat?
It is an advisement of caution.
Then let me advise you, Guile. Lay a finger on Sonorin or Lyana, and there will be no hell that burns hotter than my wrath.
I will bind myself to an oath, Mortaine, if it will ease your mind. I swear that no harm will ever come to Sonorin or his lover by my hands.
Good. Then we're done here.
Are you sure this is safe, Ren?
I'm sure. Do you have all the components?
Yes, the diamonds cost a fortune, but I got them.
You can't really expect a ritual that makes a god mortal to be cheap. If this one doesn't work, well, we're back to square one. After 9 years of our efforts combined, we have to have landed somewhere near the target.
But if it doesn't work...
It'll work.
If it doesn't, then these last 9 years will still have been worth it. If only for the fact that I have spent every day of them with you.
And I intend to make sure that we can spend many, many more together. I'm just worried time is running out.
How much longer until the gods can see through your wards?
I don't know. It could be next week, it could be a decade from now. I'm the first god to spend this much continuous time away since before the Ascension War, so this is kind of uncharted territory.
What happens if they find us?
I imagine they'll send Mortaine to try and convince me to go back.
And will you?
I don't know. I'll cross that bridge when and if I get to it.
If you did have to go back, you know that it's a storm we could weather, right?
Lyana, if I go back to Celestia, I won't be able to see you for at least 90 years. That's not even counting however many years Judge would tack on to the end as my punishment for breaking his law. Then at best it would be back to the old cycle of 1 day in 11. Now that I know what this is like, I don't think I can go back to that.
I would still be your champion. We would still have our bond.
So you could speak to me through prayers alone? So you couldn't feel my touch and I couldn't feel yours? I'm your husband, Lyana.
And you always will be. No matter what happens. I don't care how long I may need to wait. I will always come back to you.
And I to you. No matter what.
Now let's see if all of this fretting is for nothing, shall we? Where do I put the diamonds?
Those 7 points around the circle. As soon as you place the last one, it should start working.
All right. Is it working?
Time will tell. No!
What happened? Did we make a mistake?
No. There was no mistake. The ritual was a dead end from the start.
Ren, I'm so sorry.
Fuck!
It's all right. We'll find another way.
I don't know if there is another way, Lyana. This wasn't just the culmination of 9 years of research. I've been trying to do this for centuries. Attempting to reverse engineer divine magic was my only lead, and this was the very last thing to try. I wouldn't even know where to start if we were to try again.
Well, maybe we're looking in the wrong place. Everything we've attempted so far has had to do with magic, all things we could attempt with your own power, but what if this is beyond that?
Beyond the power of a god?
You told me once that you have a theory, a force above the gods, the one that created the universe itself and you with it.
That's still only a theory, and one I've never been able to confirm.
But if we could confirm it, perhaps even find a way to interface with this force, maybe it has the power to alter you in a way you could never accomplish yourself.
Maybe. But I have no idea where to start.
Well, mortals communicate with the gods through prayer. Perhaps you need to do the same.
I've tried that. Nothing.
It isn't like you gods have answered every prayer tossed your way. Maybe we just need the right prayer to catch the thing's attention.
You might be right. If this being created our universe, it may have created others. And there could be people in those universes who have had the same thought. Other gods attempting to reach out to their creator. I just need to find the right prayer to break through the noise.
Where are you going?
To the Arcane Athenaeum. I know some scholars there who have worked on this theory. Maybe I could glean something from them that I haven't thought of myself. I'll disguise myself as a researcher from another institution looking to compare notes.
Ren, please. Wait.
What? What's wrong?
How long is this going to go on?
How long is what going to go on?
This. Our marriage being overshadowed by this race. We've been husband and wife for 9 years, and it feels like all we've managed to talk about the entire time is how to make you mortal.
There isn't a lot of time, Lyana.
I know. But on the off chance that we never succeed in stripping you of your godhood, on the chance that you're taken back to Celestia and we don't get to see each other for a century or more, I don't want to look back on the time we did have together and wish that we could have been closer.
Is that how you feel? That we aren't close enough?
Sometimes. A little.
Fuck, I'm so sorry, Lyana. You're right, I've been so caught up in trying to make sure things can stay this way that I haven't taken time to live in what we already have.
It's fine.
No, it's not. This is more pressing than anything else right now. How do I fix this?
Maybe we could take a month or two to just be? Instead of constantly running in circles around the same old problems, we could let ourselves have normal problems like a normal couple.
I can manage that.
You aren't just going to be concerned about the gods the entire time.
I'm more concerned about us. We can take the chance for this.
Are you certain?
Very. We'll take time to just be together for a while, and we'll only come back to this when we both feel ready.
Thank you.
You know I love you, right?
I have never doubted it.
Good. Come here. I'm so sorry. I'm also sorry for how insufferable I'm about to be with all my apologizing.
It's better than no apology at all.
How do you want to spend these next few months?
I've sort of been missing the road recently. Maybe we could travel around for a month, play at some taverns, see some sights, then come back here and give the domestic life another go?
That sounds wonderful. Amoris is beautiful this time of year.
Oh, I do love the music scene there. That would be a perfect place to start.
Then it's settled. We'll hit the road tomorrow.
There she is, Death, the life of the party.
This isn't the time for your jokes, Guile.
You never think it's time for my jokes, and it makes me sad.
I agree with Mortaine. Judge made this council seem urgent.
I wonder what it could be about.
What? You all haven't heard? I mean, Mortaine certainly has, from the look on her face.
Heard what?
Our missing friend has been found.
Someone found Sonoran. Who?
Why, yours truly, of course.
Don't listen to him. I'm sure it's just another one of his pointless lies.
Guile speaks the truth. Earlier today, Sonoran attempted to perform some manner of ritual to make himself immortal. It failed, but whatever he attempted caused his wards to weaken momentarily. Guile happened to be the only one paying close enough attention to catch it.
Don't forget, everyone, Big Brother Guile's always watching.
I confirmed it myself. Sonoran has weakened over the past 9 years to the point of being something between a god and a mortal in terms of power, but no longer a match for a god at full strength. His wards were easy enough to break through, once I knew where to find them.
He and his lover... is it Lorraine?
Lyana.
He and his lover Lysandra seem to have made themselves a cozy little home on the coast. Honestly, it was so charming I was tempted to drop in for tea, but Judge gave us very specific instructions to report back to him, and I am nothing if not a rule follower.
That's the first time I found a joke of yours funny.
See, Mortaine, at least Lyanna appreciates me.
I summoned you all here because this situation is unprecedented, and each of you deserves a say in what comes next. The matter of Sonoran's punishment is simple. He will not be permitted to leave Celestia until his magic has completely recovered, and then he will stay for an extended period of time as yet to be determined. But first, he must be convinced to return of his own volition. It is likely he will be resistant to our efforts to persuade him.
Send me to speak with him. I know him the best out of all of us, and I am certain that he can be persuaded so long as he hears from me first.
That was my first thought as well.
If I may, Judge, I'm inclined to disagree.
Excuse me?
Speak your mind, Belligor.
Sonoran's desire to become mortal stems from his relationship with this elven woman, correct?
That seems to be the case.
From Mortaine's description, this woman has many centuries left to live. Even if Sonoran did return and serve the full sentence for his betrayal, there's nothing to say that he wouldn't simply run away with her again. His power renewed to the point that he could effectively hide himself from us once more.
Judge could extend his sentence to last for the length of this woman's lifespan, perhaps. If she is gone by the time he regains his freedom, that would no longer be a factor.
That would be beyond the parameters of the law Sonoran bound himself to. I cannot compel him to stay any more than twice the amount of time it takes for him to recover his strength.
That is 180 years. Plenty of time for us to make him see reason.
If Sonoran was capable of seeing reason, he would not have done this in the first place. A weed as stubborn as that which has taken hold of Sonoran's mind must be torn out by the root.
What are you suggesting?
It is the elf that ties him there. And thus it is not our brother who is the problem, but the temptress. The woman must die.
That's absurd.
An interesting thought, Belligor.
Guile.
But killing her would go against Judge's third cardinal rule. Gods may not directly interfere with mortal affairs. Murdering a mortal, especially a champion such as Lucy, is a prime example of how to break it.
We could send our own champions to take care of her. Exerting our influence through our champions is perfectly acceptable according to the code.
I am afraid that would not end well. If she were alone, 2 equally matched champions would be enough to overpower her. But with Sonoran at her side, he may be diminished, but he is far from powerless. Even if we sent every champion we had at once, it would be a slaughter.
Why are we entertaining the possibility of killing her? Do you not realize what that would do to Sonoran?
He will mourn, but without her to cloud his judgment, it will only be a matter of time until he comes back to his senses.
You will break him. None of you know the first thing about him.
But I do know some things about what it is to be a god, Mortaine. It is to abandon childish fantasies and accept the responsibility that we were born into. Sonoran will weather it. He's more resilient than you give him credit for.
Not if you tear out his heart and crush it in front of him.
I have to agree with Mortaine. I find Sonoran's defiance to be an inspiring act of devotion. Why not let him spend a little more time with his lover before we bring him home?
If we permit him more time away, then we might as well do away with the divine code entirely. The woman must die, and she must die soon.
If you cared about the divine code, you wouldn't be suggesting this in the first place. As Guile said, killing her would be an explicit conflict with Judge's laws.
That isn't necessarily true. There is a clause in the code which supersedes all others. If the gods, by 2/3 majority, vote to take an action which violates a pre-existing law for the sake of preserving the vital function and integrity of Celestia, an exception is to be made.
So with Sonoran having gone rogue, 6 of the 9 of us gathered here could vote for an exception to kill his lover.
That is what the code states.
Not to be that guy, but there is another problem with this approach.
And what is that?
Death is not the end. A resurrection spell is easily cast by a mortal with enough experience in the arcane and some coin to burn. Sure, doing so would be breaking the code, but Sonoran clearly doesn't care about that at this junction. Do you really think he isn't capable of waving his hand and bringing her back from Mortaine's bone closet?
Couldn't we just have Mortaine lock Lyanna's soul away or something? Make it so that she can't be resurrected? She does preside over the afterlife.
That would be convenient, but she can't do that. Isn't that right, Mortaine?
So long as he operated through the correct channels, he would be permitted. A resurrection spell performed properly and within the time restraints would count as the natural function of the cycle of life and death. I work to enforce the cycle, not to stand in its way.
Oh, As you can see, attempting to kill Sonoran's lover was a foolish idea to begin with. It's not like we could utterly and completely obliterate her soul to the point that it was erased from existence and thus impossible to bring back from the dead. Oh, wait, that is entirely possible, isn't it?
Guile!
That was to be my next recommendation.
Oh, Belligor, look at us, so in sync we could finish each other.
Destroying her soul would put an end to the problem entirely. Exel, your predecessor used sunfire to make a blade that could destroy the soul of a god. I assume you would be able to make one capable of destroying the soul of a mortal.
Without question.
Surely we cannot consider that. Judge, say something. Aren't you the god of justice? Where is the justice for Lyana? What has she ever done to deserve this fate?
It is not me who condemns her, Mortaine. It is Sonoran. Should this vote pass, the blame will be his and his alone.
There should be no vote. Some of you must see the madness of this. Take his wife from him and Sonoran is lost to us forever. The god who has been a friend to each and every one of you since the dawn of time. You think you know how he will act because you imagine yourselves in his place. But he is unlike any one of us. His heart lies in the mortal realm, and especially with the woman he married. He would sooner die than return to Celestia to live among the very gods who robbed him of his joy. Do not make this mistake.
Are there any others who wish to speak their minds? Then we put it to a vote. By show of hands, who among us supports the motion to destroy Lyanna's soul?
No.
8 hands raised, 1 lowered. A nearly unanimous vote. Do we have a volunteer for the deed?
I will go. It was my recommendation, and I do not trust that any other will know how to make it painless.
Very well. But do not let Sonoran see you coming. There is no telling what he might try to do if he does. Exel, get to work on the soul-rending blade. The rest of you are dismissed. And ready yourselves for the return of a volatile god.
I told you, no harm would come to them by my hands.
I hate you.
I'm used to it. Apologies in advance.
I am sorry, Mortaine.
You've killed him.
I've enforced the laws that he agreed to. The consequences are his to bear, and his alone.
I think that's everything. Wagon's all packed and ready for a road trip.
Did you really have to pack one of every instrument under the sun?
Don't be dramatic.
I'm a bard, dear. Drama is what I do.
It's only 5. What if I get bored of playing just one halfway through the trip?
You're a god, darling. You can just put it all in a pocket dimension or something and pull them out as you need them.
No god stuff this trip. We're roughing it. That means no impressive magic. Well, except for our disguises, of course. Have you decided on your alias this time?
Why, I'm Betsy Jones, a humble singing woman from a little place out west. I was voted best singer in my town's beauty pageant, I'll have you know.
And I will be Karl von Schnitzen.
Seriously?
We're an odd couple, but we make it work.
You're picking a different voice.
Fine, I'll think of something on the road.
I'll miss this place while we're gone. In spite of everything, it really has come to feel like home.
I'm sorry.
You really are going to be insufferable with the apologizing, aren't you?
Until I feel like I've made it up to you? Yes.
You act like I told you I've been miserable this entire time. I haven't. Far from it. I've loved every second I've had with you. Through all of the ups and downs, I just think if we slow down a bit, we could learn to love it a little more.
You're absolutely right, my love.
So no moping allowed on this trip. Only fun. Capiche?
Yes, ma'am.
That's what I like to hear.
You want to do a once-over on the horses while I check inside to make sure we haven't forgotten anything?
Sure thing, darling.
Be back in a jiff. Lyanna! Lyana?
I am sorry, brother. This was the only way.
What did you do? Lyana, please. Please. Please wake up.
I am sorry.
Right. I'll just bring you back. You'll be fine. Vida no sorcium. Vida no sorcium. Vida no sorcium. Vida no sorcium. Why isn't it working?
She's gone, Sonoran. Forever.
No. No, she can't be. We still had time. I was going to make it up to her. We were going on a trip to fix things.
She was a poison to your mind.
She was everything I had.
I will leave you to mourn. You are expected back home when you're finished.
Yeah. Please.
I am so sorry. I did everything I could to prevent this, Sonoran.
It's Wren. She called me Wren.
Things will get better. I promise.
I put her in that grave.
No, you didn't. Belligor did.
I should have known what they would do. I should have known that loving her would put her in danger. She's gone because I just wanted to know what it was like to be alive again.
You're still alive. And there are still people who care about you. I care about you.
Do you know what she told me before she died? She didn't feel that we were close enough. She was hurting for years because of my selfishness, and I was blind to it the whole time. She was so patient with me. And this is her reward for enduring 9 years with a neglectful husband.
She loved you, son. She loved you, Ren.
Love wasn't enough. Thanks for being my friend, Mortaine. I enjoyed our chats.
Where are you going?
To find a bard.
And do what?
Make them a god.
No, Ren, you'll die.
There's no point living in a world without her.
That's not true. I know it's hard to believe right now, but it will get better.
I don't want it to.
I am sorry for this, my friend. You just need time. That's all. Just some time to heal. In a year or two, you'll have moved on and you'll hardly think about it anymore. Then you'll want to live, right? Then you won't leave me alone up there, right? What do I do? How do I heal you? You said you wanted to be a tavern keeper. A tavern. That's it. I'll make you a tavern. And a garden. A tavern, a garden. Bees to make honey for your mead. Lyanna's guitar so you can play your music. You're always happy when you sing. And I can hide you from the others. Just long enough for you to get better. It's treason, but Judge will understand. He'll understand that I didn't have a choice. It's not just me, no. This isn't just for me, it's for your own good and for the good of Celestia. Get away! This is his home now! Elohim ka vinya, exium calador. I'll take the pain away. I'll take your memories just for a while. And I'll come visit you whenever I can so you're not alone. I'll find some way for you to receive visitors too, to collect stories from travelers like you wanted. It's only temporary. You have a little over a century left before you need to return. That'll be long enough, right? I need a story. One you'll believe. I'll let you think you're immortal, like you've always wanted. A powerful one. My champion. A fabricated memory of a contract in your diminished state you won't be able to tell. I'll make sure you never have to hear your old name again. Or what the world is becoming without you. You'll be at peace here. Yes. This can work. I can protect you from the gods and yourself.
Where am I?
Your new home.
My what?
What do you remember?
I remember nothing. Wait. A deal with a goddess. You?
Yes.
I feel empty. There's something missing. What am I missing?
You asked me not to say. You asked me to make you forget.
Right. It's all coming back slowly.
Do you remember your task?
Yes. Guard the wishing well, collect their stories, judge their wishes.
Good.
This is the place?
Feel free to have a look around. I hope you find it accommodating.
I like it. Might be a bit of an odd place for the champion of death, but it's cozy. There's certainly worse places to spend a millennium. I think I always wanted to have a tavern like this.
You did.
I guess I'll familiarize myself with the facilities then.
Do you remember now, Sonoran?
You imprisoned me here.
No. No, I was trying to help you, Wren.
Help me? I wanted to put an end to the misery, and you decided it was better to let me soak in it.
I wanted you to heal. To get better and to remember what you used to find so precious about this life.
Precious things are finite. I know that more certainly than ever now. I've long since had my fill of godhood, and all I wanted for centuries was a happy ending to my story. To love and be loved like the mortals. But I robbed myself of that. And you smeared salt on the wound.
I did my best.
I'd rather you did nothing.
Wren!
Don't follow me this time. There's nothing you can do.
Wait, where are you going?
He's going to give up his godhood. He's going to die.
Fucking what? Are you serious? You would kill yourself over a mortal woman.
What did you expect, Guile? What did any of you expect?
I thought you'd get a little pissy with us. You know, throw the kind of tantrum that gods throw where they level mountains and destroy temples on a quest for revenge.
To what end? To live on pretending I'm any better than a mortal? To live eternally unfulfilled? To carry the guilt of her death on my shoulders until the universe shuts its fucking eyes?
We're gods, Sonoran. We've lived for millennia and experienced tragedies unfathomable to mortal minds. These things don't affect us so drastically.
I'm glad you've become so hardened to it, Guile. I was never so strong.
Sonoran, this is lunacy. Your place is in Celestia with the rest of us.
Think of what Lyana would say, Wren. What would she think of you throwing your life away?
Would you two just let me have Oblivion?
No, I am not letting you cast your life away so some half-assed minstrel can take your place. You've been here since time began, and you will be here when it ends.
That isn't your choice to make.
You don't just get to choose for there to be a new god of music.
Watch me.
Fucking... Damn it! Sonorin, your wife is alive!
What?
It was me you wept over and buried. Lyana is alive and far from sight, safe from the misguided judgment of the others.
This is a cruel joke, Guile.
It isn't a joke. I swear it.
You're lying. I'm the goddess of death. I would know if she was still alive. I felt her soul blink out when Belligor killed her.
No, you felt her soul blink out moments before Belligor killed her. I can't blame you for confusing the timeline. It all did happen rather quickly. See, I knew exactly what the other gods were going to do about Lyana, and I found the decision to be barbaric. The one thing I knew for certain was that killing your lover wasn't going to have the effect they hoped, and you weren't going to just put your head down and come home. But voting against the decision would have had no effect on the outcome, as Mortaine and I would have been outnumbered. So it was better to act as if I agreed, so they wouldn't suspect I intended to do something about it. I disguised myself as your wife, took her place, and let Belligor stab me so that everyone would think the deed had been done. I remained right up until you buried me, and then teleported back to Celestia before the others realized I was gone.
That doesn't explain how I felt her soul blink out.
That was the tricky part. How does one fool the goddess of death into thinking that someone has not only died, but that their soul has been utterly obliterated? And not only that, but how was I to fool Sonorin into believing that she had died when a god can sense their champion through their bond? Anyone? Okay, the answer is actually quite simple. It was a matter of placing her somewhere beyond your senses, somewhere beyond Celestia's jurisdiction. Mortaine, if a mortal were to cross over into another plane of existence, what would appear to have happened to their soul?
It would appear to have blinked out. I cannot see beyond Iathis.
Precisely. Furthermore, divine magic and any connections made with it become weakened across the planes. So, while the champion bond may remain intact, it cannot be felt except on the rare occasion that the planes align.
The dreams I've had of Lyana for all these years, they were actually her. They were prayers she made during the planar alignment.
It wasn't a ruse I intended to keep up for long. I was expecting you to go on a rampage or something of the like, and once the other gods recognized their folly, I would reveal that your wife was alive and all would be well. You would eventually outgrow this wanting to be mortal phase and return to Celestia before too much damage had been done, and everyone would sing my effusive praises for pulling off such a prescient and ingenious trick. What I didn't expect was for you to attempt divine suicide and go missing for 100 years.
She's really alive?
She is. You have my word.
Thank you. Guile, thank you.
Okay, all right, yes, there. That's enough affection, thank you.
Where is she?
That's where it gets a bit more complicated. She's in the Feywild.
Well, that shouldn't be too bad. Assuming you dropped her somewhere in no man's land.
Of course I did.
But
the last time I checked, she may or may not have been kidnapped by the Queen of Twilight.
Your crazy ex-girlfriend?
How was I supposed to know that Nyx had spies all over the Feywild keeping an eye out for anyone that reeked of the divine? Actually, no, I did know that, I did.
We're going to get her.
Sonorin, if you don't come back to Celestia soon, you're going to die.
I still have 2 years left.
Sure, but you're the equivalent of a moderately competent mortal at this point? How do you expect to save your wife in this state?
I don't. That's why you're coming with me.
What? But me? Are you insane?
You're the whole reason she's there to begin with, Guile.
I'm also the reason she's alive.
Which I will be sure to thank you for 1,000,000 times over. But I'm not going back to Celestia until I've seen her and made sure she's safe. So it's either let me waste the next 2 years trying to reach her alone, or come with me to ensure that I make it back to Celestia in time.
Nyx hates my guts.
She's also obsessed with getting you back. If anyone could convince her to let Lyanna go, it's you.
She can't be convinced of anything. The woman is raving mad, and that's coming from me.
Then we'll sneak Lyanna out from under her nose.
Far easier said than done.
It doesn't need to be easy. It just needs to be possible.
Fine. We'll get in, get your wife, and get out. But we do it covertly without Nyx ever knowing we're there.
Deal.
She's alive. All this time.
I'm sorry, my dear.
Why didn't you tell me?
If I had known the details of the situation, I would have. Let this be a cautionary tale to us both about the dangers of keeping secrets.
I warned all of you.
Open a portal, Guile.
What? But now?
Ren.
I've wasted 100 years. I'm not wasting another second.
Very well.
So you're going to treat me like the villain? I was protecting you, Ren. What would you have had me do? Let you die?
Goodbye, Mortaine.
Before I go after him, there's something I need to tell you. I truly didn't steal the Godkiller, nor did I ever get to the bottom of who did. That means that someone up there has it, and is planning something nefarious. There are now 2 threats of an Ascension war, Sonoran's time running out and one of us falling to the Godkiller. It seems I'm under an obligation to tend to the first, so I must leave the second in your hands. After setting myself up like I did, the others will believe I'm behind both the theft and Sonoran's disappearance. Let them, and use the distraction to get to the bottom of things unnoticed. I trust you to handle things.
Look after him.
I will. Right, nearly forgot. One last call to make.
He's a poor man's god, with a wicked grin. Oh, hey, little guy. Want some rum? What do you mean dogs can't drink alcohol? I've given all my pets rum, and each one of them lived to the ripe old age of 2. How was I supposed to know that? I'm getting a lot of judgment from you, and not a lot of constructive advice. You take that back! Yeah, well, your mother sounds like a bitch. I'm sorry. I was taking it a little too far, wasn't it?
Hazel.
Oh, hey, Guile. You should come join me. I just got loaded at Ye Old Casino, and now I'm lost in this abandoned neighborhood. So I'm drinking with a dog. Say hi, dog.
No time. Long story, but I found Sonoran, and now I have to go be his chaperone in the Feywild.
You're going to the Feywild with Sonoran. Mortaine jilted you, and now you're running back to your ex, huh?
I most certainly am not. The point is, I won't be able to check up on you while I'm there, so watch your back and keep a low profile.
You worry too much. I can take care of myself. Go enjoy your vacation. Oh, and bring me back one of those shirts that says, I went to the Feywild, and all I got was this stupid tunic.
Sure thing. I have to go now.
You mean like you're going like right now?
Yeah, this all happened rather quickly. I'll be back as soon as I can.
Looks like it's just me and you now. Ain't no twist when the truth... Fuck. Ain't no lie like the truth when he twists it. Ain't no life like the life hedonistic. Equal in measure of pleasure and pain. You know his name. Dun, 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 dun. Say a prayer you know. Get out of here, dog. Now, get! Consanium robus. You know, it's typically frowned upon to stare at women walking home alone from the shadows. Okay, well, if it's all the same to you, I think I'm gonna go now.
There's no use in trying to break free. An army of giants wouldn't be strong enough to wrest you from the chains of imprisonment.
You're Belligor's champion.
It's a pleasure to meet you face to face, Hazel. We've spent too long merely watching each other from afar.
Oh, you knew, did you?
I've had to be very careful with my actions, knowing that you might be watching at any moment.
Okay, well, if this is some way to get back at Guile for something, you can tell Belligor to take it up with him directly. I have nothing to do with his tricks.
I'm not here about Guile. I'm here about you.
That's so. You could have at least asked me to dinner first.
Where are the others?
The other what?
The champions. There are 2 I have yet to track down. Your god often boasts about his knowledge of us, so I'm here to test his claims.
Sorry, you're out of luck. Guile doesn't tell me about those things.
Do you know what this is, Hazel?
A dagger?
The gods call it Soul Render. Forged in the same fire that made the God Killer, it is capable of destroying the soul of a mortal. That means a permanent end. No eternal dream in the afterlife. No hope of resurrection. Just oblivion.
And you'll threaten to use it on me if I don't give you the information.
I intend to use it on you whether you give me the information or not. It's only a matter of how much pain I will be forced to inflict upon you before I release you to the void.
I misread you. Here I thought you were a studious, peace-loving professor who wanted to save the world.
You did not misread. Peace is still the end that I seek. But all my years have made it clear that the road to utopia is not a pretty one.
Sounds like a convenient excuse for the god of war and his dog to spill a little blood.
More than a little blood will be spilled. Regrettably. And yours is to be the first. I don't like that I have to do this. Please don't make it any more difficult for me. Tell me where they are, and I will kill you swiftly.
Come a little closer, and I'll tell you. Fuck you.
You're a gambling woman, Hazel. How about we make a friendly wager? How many of your bones will break before your mind does?
Did you get the information?
She held out far longer than I expected, but I did.
And why is she still breathing?
Is there another way?
I can't harm a mortal until Judge is out of the picture. I need you to do it for me.
But destroying their souls?
You may be stronger than the rest, but a single experienced champion might still be enough to challenge your ascension. And once the divine code is dissolved, there won't be any law forbidding the other gods from bringing the dead back to life. They have to be destroyed. Utterly. This is only the beginning, Theodos. We have no room for remorse.
I know.
Then pick up the dagger.
Finally time, huh?
For what it's worth, I took no pleasure in my work.
Think I don't know a lie when I hear one?
Have you any last words?
Yeah. I want to say something to the big man. Whatever this plan of yours is, it's going to fail. Guile's gonna stop you. Wanna know why? Because he is smarter. He is stronger. He is better.
Kill her. You're certain about what you told me? Guile and Sonoran are in the Feywild?
Hazel drunkenly spoke her half of their conversation out loud. Guile won't know that she's dead until he returns.
A shame. I could bury them together if he showed up here and now. But this works out better. Now we have a scapegoat. I want you to disguise yourself as his champion when you kill the others.
Exil will catch on as soon as Mortaine reveals that their souls have been destroyed.
Exil is mine to worry about. You just focus on recruiting the new Pantheon and weeding out the competition.
Very well.
Steel yourself, Theodas. Our work begins now.
The Bardic Hearth will return for Season 2 on March 31st, 2026. If you'd like to catch the premiere a month early and ad-free, as well as get a bunch of fun bonus content during the hiatus, you can join our Patreon at patreon.com/thebardichearth. If you'd like to listen to Ren and Lyanna's song, you can find it by searching Fox in the Wintergold by Chase Noseworthy and Karenna Foley wherever you get your music. Lyana was played by Karenna Foley. Ren and Hogwin were played by Chase Noseworthy. Mortaine was played by Rochelle Ibarra. Guile and the Troupe leader were played by Troy Allan. Hazel was played by Momo O'Brien. Judge was played by Jesse Jerdak. Belligor was played by Ryan Brophy. Aquira was played by Ginny D. Dryas and Patron 1 were played by Lilli Furfaro. Exil and Patron 2 were played by Cole Taylor Finney. Amber was played by Cat Blackard. Lunella was played by Tori Danner. The bartender was played by Zach Lazar Hoffman. The Bardic Hearth is written and produced by Chase Noseworthy and co-produced by Rochelle Ibarra and Troy Allan.